Estimate of work amount per view when rewriting an existing web app or PWA in Flutter.
I think that's mine, or at least I can tell a short story. Those of you who were in our first meetup heard about me talking about Kick AI, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But it's a wearable smart sensor for martial arts that we've now written in Flutter, and there are several different applications written in Flutter within the Kick AI project. And originally, back in 2018, we were in a position where we had a prototype working, kind of the science was sound, and we knew that this might actually work. And we then noticed that we have to build a consumer app out of it, so that's something that people can actually use. And we hired an external consultant for it because we were currently very pressed with time. And the external consultant was a very capable mobile developer, and he wrote a complete application, an Android application with Kotlin in about 20 days. So he had really good specifications. He had working proof of concept prototype. So he basically had all the hard problems solved for him. So it took him 20 days to write it. Then we came to the realization that, oh shit, we have to write the same thing for iOS, because there are iOS users in the world as well. And for the CTO at the time, which was me, it was a completely painful realization that then I would have to juggle between two development teams on a small budget, tiny firm like this, and decide on when to do releases for both and integrate changes into both. And to write the iOS side, we didn't want to do Objective-C. I think Swift was around the corner back then, but we didn't have much knowledge on it. So we were trying to look for alternatives, and we found Flutter. And we decided, okay, we're going to give Flutter 5 days and see how it goes. And if it looks like it's a good way to write an iOS app, then let's go with it. And it turned out that in 5 days we were very happy, and 5 more days we had the whole Kotlin feature set implemented in Flutter. Now at that point we also noticed that why do we actually do this Kotlin thing at all, because we could just roll out just one Flutter app for both platforms. And we did that with a few more days of coding, and we came up with multi-platform solution in less than 15 days. So that's the comparison. You write an app with Kotlin that took the consultant 20 days. It took us 15 days to write a Flutter app, basically mimicking just what the Kotlin thing or what the Android app did. Of course, unfortunately, this very well-built, polished Android app went straight to the trash, but that's just the kind of things you have to deal with in these kind of development circles. So to answer the question, how long does it take to write a view? I usually estimate for Flutter that it takes me a day per view, and that usually works because some of the views take way less. You can write 5 views in a day easily, but then there are those that take you a lot longer. And then, of course, you're going to want to put in the extra stuff you put in for models, for business logic, for connections to your backend, whatever that is, and then CI/CD and so forth. But I'd say I roughly usually estimate 1 day per view.
How about you others? What kind of estimations would you give?
I think it's more or less the same. Of course, it depends on like how complex the view is, but I think I would also go with the same kind of estimate. Like the layouting in Flutter is like really fast, so you can really build like faster views. And I think the most time that you might need is also in like writing the models and getting the data flowing to the widgets and everything.